And then around options 2, I started doing talent shows, and then at the same time, I started working with the Leave Out Violence program.
Yo, shout out Leave Out Violence. You want
A
to break
love
down what
program.
Leave Out Violence is for the people that won't have heard of it before?
Absolutely. Actually, that's a whole other part of the formative years. So, Leave Out Violence is a program that helps at risk youth, gives them something to do after school because essentially the founder of the program, who is like a literal angel named Twinkle, her. I don't want to fuck the story up. She founded the program initially because she was a victim of a robbery that unfortunately took her husband from her, and instead of going to a place of rage, blame, and hatred, she decided to learn about her attacker and why he did what he did. And so she started this program because she found out that essentially this was just a kid who had been like initiated into a gang and didn't really have anything to do because his parents were always at work, because they were just trying to keep a roof over their head, and so he was just alone getting raised by television. And so she started this program kind of as like a community initiative to just, if you ain't got nothing to do, come here, learn about poetry, learn about photography, learn about like a little bit of psychology. It's also like a group therapy thing. So yeah, she filled this need that had pretty much created a situation that took something real deep and personal from her. Well, life straight up. And so
Yo, she
this
would
was the program that I.
she would
Pardon
like
me.
go as far as to tour the schools. Like she came to Wager
Yeah.
when I was there. So like they were there and they were like all over. I don't know how far their reach was, but I know they were all over Montreal.
Oh yeah, no, they well, that was part of what I did for them, and that was part of my performances. Is I actually got to tour the schools and rock raps for them, in addition to telling this story over and over again. Um, and yeah, just started explaining like my story as well, because like, I since I was like 5, I'd seen some domestic violence shit go down, and that definitely warped me and how I grew up, and that's probably all the root of the anger and stuff. So I would tell my story to everyone, and just talk about, uh, seeing my dad hit my mom kind of thing, and just sort of explain my route through it all, and then talk about using like photography and poetry as an outlet. And then I would go school to school and also rock a rap song and also tell Twinkle's story. Um, yeah, so I think that also like had something to do with me being more and more comfortable in like a public speaking role, or like, or at least just performative shit, which I've all lost over the last year due to
I
COVID.
don't think you lost it. You sound great on the
Bro,
mic.
oh, thank you, bro.
Man, even when we
On
like
my
did
end,
our
I'm like, I forgot how to socialize. I
I
don't.
don't know, we did that like Sunday morning NFT stream and you were fucking killing it.
Oh, that was good times, bro.
Um No, for real though. Like, I just think Leave Out Violence is really cool. I forgot about them, as I often do. I was forced into Leave Out Violence for a minute, but they published my shit in their paper, and I forgot about that for most of my life. And they used to have that paper, and it would go around to all the schools, and you would get to see the different people's work and shit. And I just thought it's cool to be able to give them their flowers, but to see that you were involved in that, and that you were like, and that they gave you that opportunity. And again, you go on to do a lot of pretty cool things. Like, you should hear the reverence people speak on you getting punched in the face and then continuing to perform later on in life. The
Oh my
reverence
god,
that gets put
that
on that
is
story. 2 interviews
that's like
that's
a
come up on.
that's a story now, hey? That's like, oh man, is that one of like the milestone events? Remember that time Clarity got punched in the face, kept rapping?
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
Oh man, what the
enough
fuck kind of
people.
legacy am I leaving?
I mean, you're like past that phase of your life, but one of the best performers in Montreal, and there's proof to the pudding. And then I throw in the girls peeing on stage story, and you don't even flinch, and it's like Myer Clarity's a fucking G about his shit.
I don't even remember the girl peeing on the stage
Bro,
story.
I will never forget that. We're at like Death House,
Oh right.
and I just know I'm on right before you. 6 girls on stage. I'm focused on my girlfriend. I have the footage of that shit. And then you get on stage, and one of them it just happened. She just peed right there on the stage, and you just didn't stop rapping. Didn't
These
really
things
like
happen.
But it's just your unflinching ability to keep a show going regardless of what is happening around you is pretty fucking incredible.
It's my ADHD is my superpower. It makes me tunnel focused. It's like when I opened for Yelawolf and got lit cigarettes pelted at me.
Wait, what? Okay, let's pivot to that. What happened?
I opened for Yelawolf and I wasn't great at handling my highs, so I had to freestyle a couple of my numbers. And at one point, motherfucker started throwing lit cigarettes at me. And then I was like, oh shit, let's do our closing number in depth.
That's serious. that is definitely a moment another first. Nobody said that they've actually had lit cigarettes, but still, the fact is that you have all these stories, my guy. I don't think you understand that like you're not even 30, right?
Man,
like I've barely lived by comparison to these stories that you're putting onto the record. It's incredible, and you're from Montreal, and you're from this city that I'm in, at least, and you're part of the legacy of this shit. This all happened. This is all part of it all, and I don't want to say anyone's more important than anyone else, but to a lot of people, you played a role.
Man, I appreciate that so much.